everybody. This is Josh from Lucas Lighting. Today we're going to talk about our bulb finder. So you want to head over to lucas-lighting.com if you want to follow along. If you scroll down, you're going to see that we're only asking for year, make, and model. We're going to run you through three cars. We're going to start with an easier car. We're going to work up to a more advanced car. And then we're going to show you the search function. So the first car that we're going to look up is a 2016 Chevy Colorado. It's a very easy car. If you hit the search button, all of the bulbs that we know fit that car will pop up. You can see that we got fog lights, low beam, and high beam. And if you click on any of these, it will bring you away from this page. So I actually suggest right-clicking and opening the link in a new tab. That way you can keep your search open. So I clicked on H11, and what that will do is that will give me H11 results. So these are H11 bulbs that can fit into that location. So just wanted to show you that really quick. Back to the main page. One of our best features is the headlight difficulty. You're going to have a difficulty rating from 1 to 5. 1 is the easiest, direct access to the bulbs. 3 is a little more intermediate. 5 is more advanced. If you're an end user and you see a 3, 4, or 5, you might want to go to a dealer. It's going to be a little bit easier for them to install that. If you see a decoder module listed, that means that it's required. So for the H11 low beam, you will also need an H11 decoder. These are sold in pairs, just like our bulbs. So if you were doing just low beams on this, you would buy a pair of H11s and a pair of H11 decoders. So you would be buying 2 SKUs, and that would be both parts for both sides. We also have backup lights and other lights available as well. If you scroll to the bottom, very important area is the notes area. It'll give you a little info about the install, so just remove the caps to access the bulbs. We have a generic message here about turn signals. If you're not doing turn signals, don't worry about the resistors. The very bottom, if your vehicle is 2016 or newer and IIHS has tested it, those test results will be down here. There's a direct link to the page as well. I have a different video covering what that is. It gives you a headlight rating from the factory. In this case, there's a poor rating with no glare, and then the projector version is poor as well, but with excessive glare. So the reflector version of this car is a very good candidate for LED headlights. Let's try a different car. Let's go to 2020, and we will go to Ford, and we will select the F-150. You cannot go for a drive in this country without seeing an F-150 on the road. It's a very popular car, so why don't we talk about it? So we have 9005/6 in the fogs, H11 for the low beam, 9005/6 for the high beam. It is a headlight difficulty 3, which we'll look at the notes in just a second. We're just going to work our way down. Looks like we need decoder modules for the high beam and the low beam. So if you're doing the low beam headlight, you need H11 bulbs plus H11 decoders, and the high beam, you need 9005/6 bulbs and also 9005/6 decoders. So if you're doing those 2 sets of lights, you will need 4 SKUs total. We also list a couple of other bulbs that are in that vehicle. Let's go down to the notes. The notes say turn wheel and remove fender liner, or the other way is you can remove the front grille and housings. Personally, on this truck, I like to remove the front grille and housings, but we'll usually give you 2 options if there are 2 options. With auto lights, we recommend L2 or better with no decoders. So what that means is L2 or better is in the L series. That's going to be an L2, an L3, or an L5. So you can't go back the other way. You can't put an L1 in that position. Again, we have the IIHS data. This is rated reflector poor, 1/4 with excessive glare. That's the factory LED, so that's pretty terrible. The factory halogen is also poor, but with no glare. So if you put a Lucas light in there, that's going to outperform that factory LED, no problem. Let's look at one more car. We're going to go 2018 on this one. Mercedes-Benz. Now, I'm not trying to freak you out. Not all Mercedes-Benz are difficult. This is just one that happens to be difficult and very, very popular. So this is one of the last years of the 906 Mercedes. And we have a couple of things going on here. Fog lights are very self-explanatory, easy H11s. Now, there's 2 different headlight options. There's a D3S if it has the HID option. So it'll say high beam and low beam headlight. That means that that headlight is doing the function of high and low beam both. So if you do have the HID option, the D3S, the H12 is the only thing you need. Most of them, though, have the H7. So for low beam is H7, high beam is H7. We have a headlight difficulty as 5 for these H7s. We're going to talk about a little bit about that in the notes in just a second here. There's mounting adapters as well. So mounting adapter for the low beam, mounting adapter for the high beam, and there's decoder modules high and low. So that's pretty complicated. So let's break it down a little bit. So these are all H7. So if you're doing the D3S, then you don't need these because these are just for the H7 option. So if you see H7, H7, H7. If you do have H7s for the low beam, you'll need the H7 bulb that you choose. You'll need the low beam H7 adapter, and you'll need the decoder module. So you'll need three things for the low beam and also three things for the high beam. You need the H7, you need the H7 high beam adapter, and you need the H7 decoder. So list that all out on the screen here so you can see what that looks like. Again, we've got different bulbs for different locations, and this one is a hefty amount of notes. So basically, if it is HID equipped, there are no parts needed. You just need the H12D3S, and difficulty drops to level 1 as bulbs are directly accessible behind the caps. If you're replacing low beam with MX bulbs, it's the same thing. It's just level 1. We cover that in this video down here. And then, of course, if you're doing the L series bulbs, you're going to be doing some wiring and mounting work, which is all covered in this video. Some vehicles that are level 5 do have videos down below. So if you click that, that's a full walkthrough of the install. One other thing in the bulb finder, we do have the level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 descriptions down here as well if you want to read through that. The last thing I'm going to talk about is if you pull a bulb out and you see a model number on the bulb, but you're not sure what it is, you can actually type that into the search. So you can type 921 into the search if you happen to have a 921 bulb and hit enter, and then that will typically decode at least to something close. In this case, it does decode 921s to T10s, and sometimes T15s will fit in that position as well. But if you type in a bulb model number, typically it will decode in the search function as well. That is all we've got today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Any additional questions? Call or text 408-623-1380, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 CST. You may also email support@lucas-lighting.com. Thanks for watching.